Hello everyone, welcome to this video series on reminders. Today we'll see the concept which is very important and has seen various questions during various mocks and in some exams also. That is digital sum. So today we'll see the difference between what is the digital sum and sum of the digits and the various concepts revolving around the digital sum along with certain illustrations also. So we know that see difference between digits sum of digit and digital sum is the sum of any number. Digital sum of any number is obtained by adding all the digits of a number till we get a single digit versus say if I say any number 2 3 4. So here if number is 2 3 4, sum of digit is 2 plus 3. Let me take another example. Let it be 834. So 834, it will be 8 plus 3 plus 4, so it becomes 15. 15 sum of digit, whereas digital sum will be, we will keep on adding the digits. So first we will add 8 plus 3 plus 4, which gives 15, but we will not stop here since 15 still is a two digit number. We will add it once more, 1 plus 5, it gives 6. We will stop only when we get a single digit. So this 6 is a digital sum, whereas 15 is the sum of the digits. We will take another example. Another illustration, say let this be n is any random number 5, 6, 7. So sum of digits would be given by 5 plus 6 plus 7, which is 18. Whereas digital sum will be given by 5 plus 6 plus 7, which is 18. 18 will further has two digits, so it will be 1 plus 8, which is again 9. So 9 is the digital sum in this case of 5, 6, 7. So basically, in short, what we can say that digital sum is the sum of the digits until we obtain a single digit, right? We'll keep on adding the digits till we obtain a single digit. So this is fairly simple, but this process of manually adding all the digits and keep on adding the digits till we get a single digit is appears to be simple and is very effective if the number of digits of number n is smaller. Whereas if the number of digits are very large, or if the number is in a form of exponent to any number, or exponential form, or if the number is in factorial form, then it's really difficult to find the sum of digits using the conventional approach. In that case, we will now come to a method through which we will find the digital sum of any number. So digital sum of any number is same as the remainder obtained when the number is divided by 9. That is, if I have to find, I will start with this only, n is equal to 834. So we found the digital sum as 6 using the conventional approach. But now it says that digital sum is nothing but is a remainder of 834 when divided by 9, right? So what is the remainder? Remainder is nothing but 6 here. Let's we can check, right? Similarly, we will see for n is equal to 567. So digital sum with ds I will represent henceforth. So that will be written by remainder of 567 by 9. So this again 7 6. So it is again same as 9. Now we will say take another example. Say n is equal to 5 raised to power, rather 15 raised to power, say 7. So what will be the digital sum? Digital sum will be remainder when 16 raised to power 7 is divided by 9. So uh, this the concept of remainder we will see in greater detail when we discuss the it in remainders chapter. But for short, what I can say here that digital sum will be 16 by 16 raised to power 7. So this I can write as minus 2 raised to power 7 by 9. This further can be written as, this is nothing but 132, 132 by 9 minus 132 by 9, right? This is nothing but the remainder would be minus 6, which is plus 3. So very conveniently we could find that the digital sum of digital sum of 16 raised to power 7 is nothing but 3, right, using the remainder method. Similarly, uh, if n is say 15 factorial, what is the digital sum? So digital sum will be remainder when 15 factorial is divided by, sorry, 9. So this we can write as, now since we know that 15 factorial is nothing but 15 into 14 into so on 10, 10 into 9 into 8 till 1. So this numerator already contains 9, which will be cancelled by the denominator 9. So remainder is 0. So in remainder is 0, but the digital sum will never be 0. Digital sum in that case will be 9. So whenever remainder is 0, the digital sum, just keep it in mind. I mean, this is quite intuitive also, that whenever remainder is 0, that means the digital sum is 9. So for all the factorial, for all the n factorial where n is greater than or equal to 9, the digital sum is going to be 9 only, because all those factorials will be divisible by 9. So these were some random illustrations through which we try to understand the concept of digital sum. Now we will see through various illustrations. So here n is given as 38 into 22. We have to find the digital sum. I mean, had we gone with the conventional method, we would have to find the product and then divide, then keep on adding and then get. Rather than doing that, we can directly find digital sum of n is equal to remainder of 38 into 22 by 9. This we can write as further 38. I mean, we know that respective remainders when divided by 9 will be again multiplied. So 38 by 9 remainder is 2 and here it is 4. So this gives remainder 8. So therefore digital sum is equal to 8 here. Find the digital sum of, in this case here n is 382 into 292 into 289. So we know that digital sum will be a remainder when n by 9. So what, 382 by 9, the remainder is what, 4. 292 by 9, remainder is again 4 plus 9, 13. So that is 4. Then 289, that is remainder is 1. So here we can say 16. 16, further we can write that remainder is 7. So digital sum of n is nothing but 7. Again here, find the digital sum of 38 factorial. Here n is 38 factorial. 38 factorial is nothing but 38 into 37 into so on into 10 into 9 into 8 so on till 1, right? This is the continuous product from 1 to 38. So digital sum of 38 factorial will be 38 factorial by 9, the remainder of this number, which is nothing but remainder is 0. So in case of 0, the digital sum becomes 9, because we do not write digital sum as 0. There will be some positive digital sum and that is same as 9, right? Now one thing we see that since we say that this is the digital sum of any number is same as the remainder obtained when the number is divided by 9. This means that all the numbers in an AP series with common difference 9 will have same digital sum, because all such numbers when divided by 9 will give the same difference, right? That is a plus 9d, a plus 18d, a plus 27d. So if we divide by 9 on the terms, a by 9, say suppose the remainder is r, then here also a plus 9d by 9, the remainder would be r only. A plus 18d by 9, the remainder would be r only. R, say it is also r. So on the numbers upon division, the remainder is r. So therefore all such numbers with common difference, which is a multiple of 9, will have a same remainder and therefore the same digital sum. That is what it means. So here I mean digital sum 0, so that after 0 the common difference of 9, that is difference, that number is in 9. Now here if n is 1 2 3 4 5 raised to power 1 2 3 4 5, we have to find the digital sum. So that is nothing but n by 9, the remainder. So that is if we write this is 5 4 9 3 12 14 15, 15 means 6 by 9, 6 raised to power 1 2 3 4 5. Now can we write this as 6 square into 6 raised to power 1 2 3 4 3, right, upon 9. So 6 square is 36, 9 it cancels 4 times. So here since the numerator is perfectly divisible by denominator, remainder is nothing but 0, right? So remainder is 0 means digital sum is 9, right? So similar questions we can solve very easily using this remainder concept of digital sum. Now the question is how many 3-digit number are there which have a digital sum of 8. So that means that now we know that digital sum, let the number be n. Okay, and digital sum is 8. This means that implies that remainder when n is divided by 9 is nothing but 8. So therefore n we can write as 9k plus 8, right? So now we have to find all such numbers which are in the form of 9k plus 8, and n lies between 100 to 999. So number of such numbers would be nothing but what, 999 minus 100 by 9. This we have seen nothing but some of a AP series. So from that concept also we can find out. So basically this becomes 9 899, and this is an integer function 899 upon 9 under an integer function plus 1. So this gives us a value of 100, right? This will give us 99 and this will give us 1, which is nothing but 100. So there are 100 numbers which is in the form of 9k plus 8, and since 3-digit number, so it has to be between 100 to 999. So there are 100 such numbers. 100 such numbers which has a digital sum of 8, right? So very fairly simple question. Now the concept of digital sum is also sometimes used in the for the perfect square numbers. So this perfect square number is basically, see, perfect square is nothing but n into n, right? So if we have to find the digital sum of n square, so this means that remainder when n square by 9, this will be the digital sum, which we can further write as remainder of n into n by 9. So that means that if So if the n by 9 has just a remainder of r, so it becomes r into r, right? So now let us see what happens. Now see, remainder r can take any number n when divided by 9. The remainder r can be either it can be 0 or 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are the only possibility of where r is the remainder, where r is the remainder when n is divided by 9. So any number divided by 9 can leave only these 8 remainders, right? From 1 to 8, or it can perfectly divide. In that case, remainder will be 0. So therefore, now if value of r is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here ds is nothing but ds of n square is r square. So r square would be 0, 1, 4, 3 3 are 9, right? 4 4 are 16 again. So 16 by 9, because 16 by 9 is 7. 5 square is 25. 25 by 9 is 7, right? 25 by 9 is 7. Then 6 square is 36. 36, 36 is nothing but remainder is 0, or I mean r square is 9. 0 or 9 is the same thing. So 7 square is 49. 49 gives a 49 gives a remainder of 4. I mean 49 by 9, the remainder would be 4. And then 8 square is 64. 64 by 9, remainder is 1. Right. So this way, here instead of 0 we can also write 9. So basically what happens, the ds becomes the digital sum. Here in case of 9, the remainder is 0 or 9, right? 9 or 0. So ds digital sum is what? R square. R square, if 0, that is digital sum is 9, 1, 4. Here it is 9, 7, 7, 9, 4, 1. So what are the possible digital sum we are getting? This is digital sum of what? N square, right? So n square means perfect square number. So digital sum possible are 1, 4, 7 and 9. So only 4 numbers are possible. 1, 4, 7 and 9. So whatever be the number, perfect square number, only these four possible, these four digital sum numbers are possible. Why? This we have seen, right? Because perfect square number will be in form of n square, n into n by 9. N by 9 say remainder is r. Possible remainders are 0 to 8. Then r square will again, I mean, what will be the remainder? R square by 9. So r square by 9. So that remainder we are getting here, right? So that is either 0, 9, 1, 4, 9, 0. I mean, same thing. And then ds will be, uh, in case of 0, it is 9. Otherwise, the same number. So only four numbers we are getting: 1, 4, 9 and 7. So that is why we say that digital sum of any perfect square number is 1, 4, 7 or 9 only, right? Now let us solve this question. How many 4-digit perfect square numbers can be formed using the digits 2, 6, 7 and 8 only? So how many 4-digit perfect square number? Perfect square number. So now see, uh, let the number be n. So it will be in the form of ABCD, where ABCD we'll take a value of either 2, 6, 7 or 8 in any order, not necessarily in this order only. But we know that n, digital sum of n will be either 1 or 4 or 7 or 9. Whereas if number is formed using 2, 6, 7 and 8 where each of the number is used exactly once, so in this case digital sum is nothing but 2 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8, which is 8 plus 7 15 plus 8 23, which is 5. So in this case digital sum is coming to be 5, but we know that digital sum of any perfect square number is never 5. Therefore we can say that no such perfect numbers, square numbers, are possible. So since ds is equal to 5, we can say that there are no such perfect square numbers possible, right? This is the I mean, just to show the use of this digital sum concept for perfect square numbers, I took this illustration to drive through the point that perfect square numbers only have a digital sum either 1, 4, 7 or 9, right? If at all the question asks you to find the digital sum number using certain other number wherein the ds is not 5 or not one among 1, 4, 7 and 9, you can direct right away say that such perfect square number formation of such numbers is not possible. So this was a very basic level difficulty level session. Hope things were clear. Any question, any query, you can post here or write to us on our website. Thanks for watching this.